The Real Simwives of Willow Creek Season 1 reunion starts now. Welcome to the Real Simwives of Willow Creek reunion. I'm your host, Patrick Tarver. Ladies, hello.
Hello.
Chelsea, looking like the queen you are in gold, of course.
Well, you know I had to assert my status.
Always sophisticated yet sexy, Miss Felicity.
Always, dear, always.
And Jane, loving this dress on you.
A John Sims original, of course.
Evelyn giving us golden goddess vibes.
Thank you, boo.
And Summer always showing the most skin in the best way.
This body was made to be seen, Patrick.
In their debut season, The Real Simwives of Willow Creek has broken records and has introduced a vivid cast of characters, giving the viewers an insight into the extravagant lives of the wealthy and fabulous. From magnificent parties to high-profile events to jaw-dropping drama and always top-of-the-line couture fashion, it has been one incredible season for the Real Simwives of Willow Creek. One thing that has resonated so well with the viewers is the genuine bonds, connections, and family ties that you ladies all have with each other that have been there long before cameras started rolling. Wouldn't you agree, Chelsea?
I would have to agree. These connections do run deep. Friendships over many years. We've watched our kids grow up together, have taken couple vacations, started charities from the ground up together, and so many other things. We are all very much entangled into each other's lives.
Leah from San Myshuno says, Felicity, can you admit that pushing Allison to reveal her daughter's father at your birthday party was the wrong move, or do you still stand by what you did?
Looking back, I don't think the time or place was appropriate. I just felt like I had run out of options at that point.
Jane, Yvette from Forgotten Hollow says, for you to be complaining about money, it sure didn't bother you to spend it on designer dresses and extravagant trips. Or are you living above your means?
That's a funny question because that whole conversation got blown out of proportion. My husband and I both make plenty of money, so I can afford to splurge on dresses or trips or anything I want to.
Touché. Evelyn, Colby from Tartosa says, did you know about Chelsea confronting John that day at your house? What did you think about it?
Watching the episode was how I learned about that. It's a testament to the kind of friend Chelsea is, though. She didn't have to tell me to gloat about how good of a friend she is. And I'm so grateful for her.
Love you too, Ev.
Dion from Bright Chester says, Summer, you spent a lot of the season making ageist comments, especially toward Chelsea when it's obvious that you have had cosmetic procedures to appear younger. How much plastic surgery have you had, and would any of the other ladies care to share what they have had done?
First of all, I'm not ageist. Second of all, what an intrusive question. And since I don't mind talking about it, I have had the boobs done. And some filler. And a few minor pick-me-ups.
Ladies? Judging by the silence, I guess no one else wants to confirm any of their cosmetic procedures. Moving right along. Well, the biggest feud of the season was between the reigning queen of all things Willow Creek in high society and the always fashionable self-proclaimed trophy wife number 2, Chelsea and Summer. With countless digs at each other, sparring matches at events and parties, and a possible extension of an olive branch on the trip to Sulani, is there a chance for the fences to be mended on this War of the Blonde Titans?
Never say never on anything is what I have learned.
That is complete bull, Chelsea. You put on this front for cameras and the public. I thought we were going to be in a better place after the trip to Sulani. But I texted you after. And got no response.
Do you want to know why you didn't get a response? After my zero-tolerance policy on cheating was made crystal clear all season long, and when I finally began to think that maybe I could give you a chance, you do what you did in Sulani with Romeo. You're a whore.
Chelsea, you don't know that for sure.
I'm tired of all of you sweeping what she does under the rug.
We're going to get back to the Sulani trip, but first I have to bring up something that was just mentioned. We had lots of comments about how all the ladies in this group seem to be scared to defy Chelsea, and that she comes off as a bully or mean girl type. Jane, thoughts?
I mean, I don't think we're scared of her.
Jane. Be real, girl.
Okay, at times I can be scared of her, yes.
One of the biggest bombs dropped this season was when the biological father of Jane's granddaughter, Iris, was revealed to be Evelyn's husband, John. With reputations altered and the trust broken between friends, this caused a major shakeup in the lives of every Simwife. Evelyn, I want to talk to you first. In what ways did this change your marriage?
I mean, really. In every way you can imagine. My confidence suffers. My sense of trust for not only my husband, but for friends I trusted has been changed. My marriage will never be the same.
Right, but that blame can't be placed fully on Jane. Or even Allison. You need to make sure you hold John as equally as accountable. And I'm saying that as your friend.
Felicity, I do hold John accountable. Obviously.
But I don't think you made that as obvious as you are implying now. From watching it back on the show, it seems like he got off easy.
Really, Jane?
I mean, yes. I have continually been trying to work as hard as I can to regain your trust as your friend, and he still probably doesn't own up to anything.
Is that true, Evelyn?
Yes, my husband holds himself accountable for having an affair. I really don't want to relive this again.
It was an important part of the season. I think it's important that we do.
Maybe we should give it a rest.
As much as it was an important part of the season, it's still something that we still deal with and part of our everyday lives. But what we can agree on is that Evelyn and I are rebuilding our friendship.
I know this is hard to talk about, Evelyn, but what is the current state of your marriage? And how did you feel with Allison coming to talk to you at your house that day?
I want to be done talking about this.
Moving on. After a season filled with dramatic highs and explosive lows, the ladies of Willow Creek embarked on a beautiful and exotic getaway to Sulani. With room-sized rumbles, nectar-filled nights, and alleged canoodling with royalty, this trip was anything but interesting. So Chelsea, you're apparently friends with this royal family in Sulani.
Yes. Romeo's mother, Helena, is actually a dear friend of many years. She happens to be a duchess, making Romeo a marks. I was down there doing the catering for a royal ball.
Very cool. Felicity, one of the best moments for me from the trip was the image of you and Jane drinking poolside.
It was a good time, what can I say?
Evelyn, describe how you were feeling that first night when Summer revealed that she might be pregnant.
I mean, of course I was shocked, but I wanted Summer to know that I was there for her. I was more shocked by her alluding to the fact that Owen basically made her get off birth control. That's not what I said, Evelyn. Summer, stop trying to make everyone believe you have a perfect marriage. You don't, none of us do. Definitely not you.
So Summer, are you pregnant?
I don't feel comfortable answering that question at this time.
It's a yes or no question.
Patrick is the one asking me questions, not you, Grandma.
I'm with Chelsea on this one. It's been one heck of a season, culminating in an eventful day and night-long reunion for the Simwives of Willow Creek. Ladies, looking forward, can each of you tell me one thing that you learned about yourself this season and list one thing that you are striving to improve? Chelsea, you go first.
Well, I would have to say that I learned to trust even more in my instincts when it comes to certain individuals, because they rarely ever change. And that there is not a place in my life for liars, toxicity, or for those who don't celebrate my successes. One thing I want to improve is to open up my heart a little more for forgiveness, but only for those who truly deserve it and benefit my life.
Okay, Felicity.
I learned that it's okay sometimes to let your children or your friends make mistakes and learn from them. And just because someone's journey differs from my own, it doesn't make it wrong. I want to improve on just being a better wife, mother, and friend.
I think you're a great friend, Felicity. Jane.
That I do have a voice, and that I can articulate my thoughts and opinions without fear. I want to continue growing and getting stronger.
Great, Evelyn.
I have learned, or relearned rather, that I am a strong woman and I have incredible support. And that life has a funny way of throwing you curveballs when you least expect it. I want to work on my temper and acting rashly.
Good point. And finally, Miss Summer.
That my self-worth is way more than the opinion of an old, frigid, narcissistic control freak. And I'm going to continue living my absolutely fabulous life while they watch and envy.
Interesting. Well, ladies, it's been my pleasure. That's a wrap on the reunion of Season 1 of The Real Simwives of Willow Creek.
You know what? After you tried to pull that stunt to make me look like a whore and a liar in front of everyone, I take pleasure in letting you know that Owen left you for me all those years ago, and we had been having an affair for months before he did. All it took was a little convincing.